Hello there, YouTube. Devin here again, and today I have another boot review for you. And these are on actually a pretty rare pair of boots, but they're also one of my favorite pairs, actually, because of what they are. And we'll get into some of the features and stuff that I like about them and their influences and stuff. As far as what I think, I could be entirely wrong on these, though I don't really know the origins of these boots, but they do have a lot of the features that I like. So we'll get right into it here. These are Portuguese boots, and for what I could figure out, they're Portuguese marine boots. So these boots, there've been a couple iterations of these. I think these aren't one of the really, really old pairs, but they're definitely not the newest pair either. But these boots seem to be kind of like a jack boot style. But they're shorter. They only come up to like mid calf, and they are adjustable. They have they can adjust in width around the ankle and stuff like that via these straps here, kind of like the French boots do with the gaiters, the French like Ranger boots. So these are a very, very aggressively over-engineered boot. Kind of like the French ones. They use an exceptionally thick leather. This isn't pebbled, it's smooth. They're meant to be polished. These ones could use a set of polish. I actually wear these a lot when I'm trying to do like a historical kind of thing. I've used these for like German reenacting. I've used these for French reenacting. I've used these for tons of like colonial war reenacting, and a lot of people ask me a lot of questions about them just because they're really odd, but they have a lot of features that you could find on a lot of other pairs of boots. They look very French. If you know anything about French boots, you could easily mistake these for a French pair of boots at a distance. They're made out of exceptionally thick leather, as you can see. I'll zoom in here. Much like the French boots are, like in ungodly thick leather. They have this nice kind of overlap here to help you with, that's kind of like the gaiter. So instead of putting a whole extra piece of leather on, they just have like this fold over, which is very, very nice. They are kind of a buckle design. They do have a keeper buckle, and then they have the regular buckle. It's not a roller buckle like on the French ones, but it's still a very, very high quality buckle. And that's on a little strap, and it's riveted in place with one rivet. And it's stitched in place back here up the heel seam. Now, there is 4 rows of stitching right here. There's 4 rows of stitching right here, and there's 2 up here to kind of help hold the rivets. Just like there's 2 rows here, and there's 2 rows here to help hold in these pieces of leather. These are boots that are never going to fall apart. They are top-down Goodyear welted outsoles. The outsoles seem to be copies of French outsoles, and I'll compare to a pair of French boots here. But these tend to be like an earlier ones where they had the stitch down. I have a video of the French Ranger boots if you want to see those soles too. These tend to be a lot like these, except the lugs are moved a lot further inwards and they're smaller. So there's more area between the lugs and the edge of the boot on this compared to the French ones, but I wouldn't be surprised if these outsoles were made in France, or if they were copied from French design. They have a toe plate up here that's held in place with 3 nails, which is going to increase the longevity of the boot a lot. It's a very unique toe plate. It's like 3-pronged, and it goes around the lugs up here, and it's held in place with stainless steel nails so it won't rust. It has a very, very thick chunky outsole. It has a double layer of leather here and then the rubber outsole before it's stitched. So they're very, very thick. These had a very, very ungodly long break-in time. As you can see, I've worn these quite a lot. You can tell by the wear marks there from where my toes bend and the ankles bend. These do cut in quite aggressively because they don't have any relief cuts in them or anything like that, and they are so thick. So crouching in these or like kneeling is pretty hard. Until you break them in because of how dense these boots are. These boots are so over-engineered. And you can find pictures of Portuguese troops, colonial troops in Africa and stuff like that wearing these. And everything like that in the 50s and 60s and whatnot. Because of anything else like that. because of the Portuguese Empire and whatnot. But these are a really, really good, solid pair of boots. I really wish I could find more of them somewhere, or get one of the really, really new pairs. I've seen some of the really, really like new pairs, but I've never had the chance to buy them. So if you guys know anything about these boots, I'd very much like some more information in the comments, or where to get a pair, or where to get one of the new pairs, because I actually really, really like this design. So we'll bring a French Ranger boot up here now. Now these are like one of the later pairs that are black. They have the pebbled leather, but as you can see, they have the same kind of buckles, except they have 2 rivets, the same kind of tongues, and adjustable like built-in gaiter like these do. And so as you can see, I'll put them side by side here, but then again, my feet are really long, so you could see where they'd be mistaken for each other at a distance, can't you? Because of just how they're colored. We'll take a look at their outsoles now, compared to each other. So just give me a second to get everything in position here. So there's the French one on the right, and there's the Portuguese one on the left. They're shockingly similar, aren't they? So this is a direct molded though, and this is a stitch, but the older versions of these were stitched, and I have a pair of those, but they weren't black, so I didn't want to use those. So they're actually right over there. But you guys can go back and check that video if you really want to compare the outsoles that much more. So, but I'm really, really glad to have found a pair of these, and I really, really enjoy the French boots in general, and I really, really enjoy the Portuguese Empire. If you've ever seen any of my videos, like I've done a video on the Portuguese helmet, the M40 and stuff like that. I've done a rant about the Portuguese Empire and how it's forgotten, but it really shouldn't be. And I've reviewed some camouflage in the same video as the helmet. So I'm very, very big on the Portuguese Empire. I have no reason to really like it. I don't have any Portuguese family. I don't have any reason there. I've been to Portugal once. It was probably, if I had to pick a country to go back to in Europe, it's in the top 5. I really, really liked Portugal. I really like the history Portugal has. It's something that's very, very overlooked in history, and I really, really enjoy studying and reading about Portugal and the Portuguese Empire. So, like I said, if you guys know anything about these boots, I'd very, very much like to know more about these, because I couldn't find a ton of information on them. But I do know they are Portuguese boots. So that's pretty much it, though, the limit of my knowledge on why these came about and who used them or anything like that. So if you could be so kind, please leave that in the comments, and I'd very much appreciate that, any information you have. If you can cite examples, or if you have like a big, long link that has a bunch of information, please leave that in the comments too, and I will take my time to read it. Until then, I will leave this video here. I'm going to thank you guys right now for getting me over 90 subscribers. That is beyond great. I love you guys so much for doing that for me. Channel's taken off quite far. This channel's barely 2 months old. I don't even think it's 2 months old. But you guys have done so much in getting me up there yet. Like I said, when we get to 100 subscribers, I'll do a video asking what you guys would like, and I will send you guys anywhere in the world, of course, is permitted. The U.S. allows shipping to that country, a pair of something that we'll discuss. I'll put a video out asking what you guys want from a certain list of items to be sent out to a winner, and then I'll do a video later asking you to leave a comment, and I will pick a comment to see who gets the item. So thank you so much in advance, you guys. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, I'll do my best to answer them about these boots, and I will leave it here, and hopefully I get to see you guys in the next video. Bye.